We're on our way to check some of our ground, see how wet it is. That's some of our wheat we fertilized back a couple of weeks ago. But we're going to the field today to check some more ground. We got some wheat on a couple farms that we ripped, and we was just afraid that it wouldn't run when we put that other shot of nitrogen out there. So probably be about the latest in a long time I've got the first shot of nitrogen on some wheat, but it looks really well. But I'll show you that and talk more about it when we get to the field. Right here's a new farm I picked up. Farm's a little cut up, but it's several acres here. I think 56 what I figured up. Well, what I done, I just put one side of the road in wheat. The other side's gonna be in corn. But I ripped this farm right here, and worried about it being a little wet. I'm gonna walk down here in this swag, but I think it's gonna be fine. I hear a sprayer running right now. It's a little soft in this swag here, but I believe it'll hold it up just fine. I don't normally like ripping in front of wheat because it makes it hard fertilizing, but I've got a new rule with myself after taking on that one farm. If it's a new farm, rip it whether you think it needs it or not. I'm tickled to death with this wheat to not have a shot of nitrogen on it, but we're gonna kick her in the butt and tell her to come on here either this afternoon or tomorrow. It's warm and pretty and 70 degrees in late February. I figured somebody was going to start spraying burn down.
Yeah, they're spraying.
Yep. I can smell the dicamber. had to go back to the drawing board. That's where I'm at right now, having to go back to the drawing board. Kinda had to, I got over there to the other side, hooked my lights up, and they wasn't working. And got to looking, and the sun guns was unplugged. And I went over here to this side, and anyways, long story short, I'm having to rework some things, but I wasn't kind of happy with the way things were anyways, so had to get right here and go snip, 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 snip. And it wouldn't be a big deal at all if I didn't have to run any wires over to the other side. I could just cut them off, put new pins on, plug that sucker up. And if I didn't want to run lights back there to the grain buggy, that's the biggest issue we're having. So, well, finally, for as far as I know, have the wiring situated on this tractor. We've got everything the way it's supposed to be. We've converted it to the newer style connectors. Got all this back here all hooked up. Got all the lights functioning like they should. We got our other whirly bird light hooked up there. It should be up there flashing, hopefully. Yeah. Got our warning lamps flashing. And then our highway lamps. And then we got our highways there. And then we should go to, then we got our field lamps. Make sure all the lamps is burning on it. Added side lights to this one too. Replaced the halogen lights on the bottom with LEDs. So this tractor, we was having trouble with the lights on it last fall. We got all that straightened out at the moment. We put a set of mirrors on it. Those mirrors are actually off the 4650, and the 4650, we're going to put these near style mirrors like we put on the planting tractor. We put those mirrors off the 4650 on it because that's blade tractor and a lot of limbs and stuff, and we didn't see no point of buying a good set of them mirrors just to have them ripped off. We're gonna have to, when we get it back together, we're gonna have to fix a tire on it. Got an air leak. Speaking of tires, 4230 has got a new set of shoes. These just some old cheap, well, ain't nothing cheap anymore, but just cheap buy supply tires. Sidewall completely blew out of the old rice and canes. They was put on in 91. So they had a fair bit of age on them. But it definitely made the old tractor look a little better. It's not the prettiest, but I mean, everything's straight on it. The biggest thing just needs a new seat and a new cab top. I'd like to paint this thing someday. Getting the back window in the 4650 here. Where we knocked it out. Got a new lens cover. Gotta get 4 new screws to hold it on. I broke 2 out of the 4. It was beautiful here beginning part of the week, but it's done turned off cold in winter time now. I mean, it ain't just bitter cold, but you ain't gonna be out here in just a shirt like we was last week. You gotta go up underneath that lip. Here, that screwdriver still out here.
The orange one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see. Well, everybody loves brand new glass, I guess. Look at there, even got the John Deere tempered safety glass. We definitely need that. We need some safety around this farm. This actually ain't the first time I've ever replaced one of these windows. I had to replace one on that planting tractor one day. All I did was just close it and it broke. Do you see the pan?
Yeah, I see it.
To the window, to the wall. Gotta get the window sill in. Be sure to talk correctly for them. Normally I'd say winder. Gotta get the winder in there. But some people don't like it.
That's so funny, but the way I talk.
Apparently some people don't like people from the south.
They don't know what they missing down here.
I had one dude, when a video of my truck, when I bought it, he said, I didn't know people from Appalachia could afford nice things now. I said, well, dude, you only on the wrong side of the state.
They got uniforms and everything.
Appalachia, that's on the east side of the state.
They prefer Appalachian Americans. Everybody, it is Friday, March the 1st, and it's just me today. Dylan is not feeling good. He came in for maybe 10 minutes and then he left. So he normally don't ever feel bad. So you know he's got to be feeling bad if he says he is and then leaves. He refuses to go to the doctor. But anyways, just like I said, I'm by myself today, and making progress on the old tractor. Got the fuel tank back on. Some new pieces of foam up underneath the cushion, or up underneath the tractor, or the fuel tank there. Wish it was a little thicker, but that's what JD Parts card for, and that's what we put on it. But just getting some few things buttoned up. Got the fuel tank tightened down. Got this new hose here that runs up to your injection pump from the bottom of your fuel tank. Before, there was an old metal line. Yeah, right there it is. Metal line that rubbed up underneath there, and it was a booger bear to get on and off if you ever needed to get in there. So we went to John Deere. They made us up this little hose right here, and it runs down there to your shut off. Like I said, got it tightened down. Got all of this, your fuel level tightened down, all that tightened down. The only thing I'm waiting on is some these rubber straps that go up underneath the radiator. They're supposed to be in sometime this afternoon. But ready to see what this new hood looks like on it. But I got up there, cleaned the windows, and cleaned up the interior. This tractor really needs a cab kit in it, but I don't know if it's going to get done this year or not. I don't know who, but you can see right there where it's where the foam's just disintegrated, and you can see right here where I actually just took this off because it was every time you come to get in it, it would hit you in the head. But got the interior cleaned up, but really need a new seat armrest right there. But this year we're going for functionality, and we ran these tractors for years with no cab kits. We spent, well, not consistently, but I bet we spent 2 weeks working on the lights on it on and off. But you can see right here, all new plugs. This was just a mess whenever we got it or started working on it. We tied in here, so we got lights running to the back. We're going to put lights on the grain buggy, and then we had to tie in here and run us a power cable out here to the front so we can run our LED lights. I think it's going to look pretty good. Rims really need repainting on it, but like I said, we're going for functionality and not looks. But it'll definitely look better. And got a few scratches over here on the fuel tank that I may sand down and touch up. I'm sure this will be a bunch of days thrown into one because just because I haven't been really filming a lot, just working on these old tractors. Everybody likes to see us work on the tractors, but you know, it's kind of hard to film working on them just because there's just so much time, you know. But Dylan was working on the 4650. We got the back window back in it. I think y'all have seen that. He was working on that, replacing the back lights with the LED lights, replacing them old halogen lights. But it looks like we're going to get a new slow moving vehicle sign. But the only thing this tractor likes is having the windows cleaned, the interior cleaned, the rest of the back lights with putting LEDs in them. Gonna put our side lights on it like we've done the other 2 tractors, and putting a new them new style mirrors on it.
I can tell the fuel tank is not leaking. Robert got it on Friday while I was feeling bad. I took the day off because it wasn't, I don't know. I got a feeling if I had tried to work, I probably would have made a mess on the floor. So it was better I just stay at home. But fuel tank's on. This morning, I had to go back into this wiring harness. The AC compressor wasn't kicking on, so I had to rearrange some wires there. I don't know if I'll ever tackle anything like that again. It'd probably been easier to spend that $2,000 on that wiring harnesses, but gosh, I didn't want to spend that money for a freaking wiring harness. And but it kind of turned into a nightmare. Burnt myself with the heat gun this morning. I'm hoping it don't blister up on me. You can tell it's kind of getting puffy. But we've done cranked it and ran it. So we fixing to put the hood on this thing. See how it looks with the new hood and the LED light bar there. See how much light that puppy puts out.